Welcome back, everybody. It's Rama from Junk Journal Divas. Hello, my friends. I am excited today to show you my botanical journal that I just finished. This is a full-sized journal. I had made a cover and it was pretty much the same as this, but the frame that I used was an air dry clay frame, and I was just afraid of it being too heavy. So I recreated the whole thing and I used paper clay that is really light. So I just didn't want this part to be too heavy. So I used some of my dried flowers in there and made this look like some mossy areas. And then I have a rusty butterfly, and I put a little bit of embossing glaze on it just to give it a little bit of shine. Put some corners here. Sari silk tie and some goodies popping out here. I love the little bottle that I did, the little sample. This is actually some quartz crystals, quartz points crystals. And then I have some amethyst in there also. So this is a little collection, a little sample. And then the back here. And then on the spine, let's see. So I made this little, I made the tassel with all my fuzzy fibers. And then of course I had to put one of my beautiful boho beads on, and I used these clips, like the necklace clips, so that they're easy to remove if you want to. So let me see here. I mean, she is full size, so this is 9 by 6, and it is 2 1/4 or so, the spine. So let's go ahead and open her up. Now she is filled with, I tried to put a variety of all the things that I've made, the botanical things that I've made, my specimen cards and tags. I also used a lot of my eco-dyed papers and just dyed papers, and a lot of my vintage papers as well that I've been collecting. So I'm excited to get in here and show you. So another thing that I did a little bit differently is I included a lot of papers and things, and I'm also going to put together a little package. I just grabbed some things so far so that you can play in it also, whoever decides that they love this as much as me, and really make it your own. So I'm going to put some more fuzzy fibers in here, and I have this little envelope that is filled with some more labels and little tags and things that I did not use from Art House Whimsy. So I've got these guys, and I'm sure that I will add to it because I've got a lot. So the front cover here, I just put one of my little mini tags that I did, and this is a rub-on, put embossing glaze on the top of it. And this is just a book page that I've been saving. So I've got that in there. I did some sewing here, and I've got the page tabs. I used some pieces of vintage lace. So the digital pages that I have here are all Art House Whimsy. So vintage paper. And then over here, I just tucked in these 2 little tags. I've got my green eco-dyed paper here. And I backed all the tags with cardstock. And then on this side, I put 2 of my specimen cards. And these are the ones with the tags that pull out. And then this one. I just love these. I think they're so fun. So I've got 2 of those tucked in here. A botanical book page, different flowers and things on. And then over here, then another book page with flowers. And then this paper, I have been saving this for so long. I was sent this by Karen Bradley, and I've just been saving it because I love it so much. It feels like a handmade paper, and it's got this eco dye, you know, this print on it. And then this is another specimen card that I did. So I tried to put a variety of all the different things that I've made, and these are with the dried pressed flowers inside. Lots of things clipped in here. So you've got lots of little clips. I put some of my rusty clips, as you can see here. And then over here, I just put a little tag here, but this is also, I just left it like a little tuck vintage paper here. And then on this side, so I've got clipped on here a book page talking about different species of the sea. And then these are really thick cards that I made, has a feather in it. So these guys are clipped on here. And then my thought process when I was creating this is I was thinking of a woman who is traveling and is a scientist and collecting samples around the world of different things. So I had to include a letter. So I've got one of my vintage letters. I didn't do anything to this. It is as is. And I'm just including it in here. So I was thinking of her, you know, sending a letter to her loved one. And I picked this one out because she drew this picture in the back, so I guess it would go this way, of a planter turning this lamp into a planter. So she's got flowers here. So of course I had to include this one. So this is tucked underneath this beautiful lace. And then here I just have a little pocket. 2 tags tucked in, some of my dyed bubble paper, and this is a linen paper. And all of the papers in here are 28 pounds, or, you know, some of it is linen, some of it is not, like this one is linen, but they're all quality, you know, high quality papers. And then this is the center of the signature, and just like this book page. Here. So I've got a lot of these little labels, and this is what I wanted to include so that you can, you know, make it your own and use those in different things. And lots of botanical book pages here. This is the other side of that paper that I love. So I attached, there's lots of, this is an altered paper clip here. So I just stuck with the butterfly theme, and I've got some vintage papers in here that kind of matched the colors here. And then over here, it's got this little card that I backed and a vintage card catalog card. More botanical page here. And I love this page with all the irises. My other side of my eco dyed paper, and this is one of the digitals. I loved the digitals. So there's 2 collections of this sort of nature journals, and she also has a whole bunch of prints that are offered for free. So just so you know, all of these links, including the link, it's on Ko-Fi. I think that's what it's called, Ko-Fi. You can get a whole bunch, I mean, it's a lot of free printables from her, from Art House Whimsy. So that's the first signature. We've got more of my green paper here. Okay, and then this, I've got to talk about these book pages because I love this book so much. Nice thick pieces of paper, and I just love it. So I had to include a couple of these pages in here. And then this envelope just has some little gadgets in here. Again, I backed everything, so you could even make these into dangles if you wanted. So you've got that. And also, this plant, my grandmother would call it the money plant. It's the one that these leaves, when these dry out, they can look white. So if you've ever seen those, and I love them. So I've got that, got some beautiful rice paper here, blank ledger, some more dyed papers, another book page talking about trees. This is the first time that I used a bunch of my vintage papers too, so I'm really excited about that. I've been saving them and just kind of couldn't bring myself to use any until I felt like, okay, I've had them long enough. Then this is one of my eco prints that I did on a dyed paper. Another book page with some flowers here. This is a dyed paper with some rusty bits. You can see the rust stains here. And then this page in the middle here, plant. And if you watch my channel, you'd see these are the latest altered paper clips that I did with little dangles, and we've got the mushroom here. And I just put a little tag under it. And a book page with some flowers. And the metallic paint that I used for this print. It looks pretty. Vintage paper with some beautiful writing on it. And the other side of that tree page. And then here's the other side of the book page. And you'll see these are just really nice thick papers. So these would be this would be a great place if you wanted to add anything to the edge here or something. And then more of my eco prints. Another signature here. I just put a little dangle here. You can see it's just a little rose. This is another eco print with my hydrangeas. Some tissue paper. My dyed papers. Another book page, some dragonflies and beetles. This is another eco print page. And then here's put a little pocket in here. These I made a while ago, so I put 2 of these in here also, these cards. Kind of fun. And I love this paper. It's like just a painty paper. Some ruffled trim. In the center here, you can see the leaves better, and I put the flowers. This is some of my avocado dyed fabric. Put a little ruffle on. Then the other side here, put one of my tags that I made a little while ago. So I've been making this botanical stuff for so long, just collecting it. So that's why I'm like, I've got to make a journal to put this stuff in. Vintage book page. And then this is a pocket on this side, just tucked a little something in there. Put the rice paper, dyed paper, and the hydrangeas again. So I've got the hydrangeas here. Another printable. And then moving on to another signature. And I put my Polaroid photo in here that I did. And I'll also put the links for doing the specimen cards, and I did these also I actually only did this one, and then there was one film strip that I did. And then on this side, if you can see there, a little peephole here with some stuff inside. It looks like moss. With a little pocket down below here, and we've got some ephemera pieces clipped together. Another one of these book pages that I love. And I just love this spread right here. These papers have like a little bit of sheen on them and just beautiful. I love the colors. On the other side here, another book page. I have this tissue paper, this vintage paper here. And a pocket here with another one of my tags, just a little to-do list thing. The signature here. So this is some of my paper towel from doing all of my dyeing, and I just turned it into some ribbon. And I did more peepholes here, and these tags go down inside. So this is the center of the signature here. And then all the papers. How pretty this is. And I love to feel it too, the texture. These kind of came out really well with all the golds and the yellows and blues. The other side of this page with the bug. And then this is the other part of my decorated page. I put some dried flowers here, kind of did a collage, decoupage collage type thing. So we've got the flower and a bee up here, and then this with one of my rusty clips. So then we've got the bumblebee here, this on vellum, and just a little thing to put some notes. So this is clipped on there. Another rusty clip. Here we've got some owls ephemera pieces from a book, and then from pieces of a book page, and owls here. And then we've got more of my ecoprints with the flowers. Isn't that so pretty? One of my big paper clips so we can clip this down here. Okay. So now we're getting to this page. I just clipped this on with the irises because it looked pretty together. And then over here's where I have my sample collected in the jar. There we go. You can get a good look at it, hopefully. So I've got some, like I said, the quartz crystals in there, and it kind of looks like moss at the bottom, and some amethyst. This might be one of my favorite pages here. I just love the colors, and it's fun, you know, with the little bottle, and simple but pretty. Here we have another book page, some ducks. And then we're going into a bunch of butterfly papers here. This is one of the digitals from Art House Whimsy tucked in here. And then I've got a pocket page. This is another thing that I did, and I just left it as is and put in here, so whatever you would want to do with it. And that's a feather piece and embossed paper. Another eco print. And then here, this is an envelope, and I left it as is because this would be a fun page to decorate. But in here, I've got some butterfly pieces. And then over here, we have another butterfly little dangle with a tag here. And I left this so it opens up so you can do whatever you'd want to do here. So Let me put this all back together. And then a music page. Another book page. Just so pretty with all the flowers too. And I have some rice paper with a little bit of gold specks in it. And this is a book page that I avocado dyed. This is avocado dyed also. And I ran this through my embossing machine. More flowers. And then this is something, a paper that was sent to me. The rose is pictureful. The rose is like a woman's lips, soft and bright. Really nice piece of paper. So that's tucked in there. And then another thing I've been saving, this was sent to me and I just love this little thing. To have peace in one's soul is the greatest happiness. And this is another one of my paper clips that I did. It's more like a 3D. So I've got this tucked in there. And then what do we have over here? Oh, another piece of my embossed papers that I did. And like I said, I just left this as is, so you can, you know, rip it up and use it to collage with or whatever you want to use it for. And then another one of my cards that I did. So these are down in the pocket here. Got a coyote over here. Tissue paper, book page, and another one of my ecoprints over here. Oops. And here, got another owl. And then we are at the end. Ta-da! And I just put two little tags in here. And my little name tag. That is it. Here she is. And I will have her soon in my Etsy shop if anybody is interested in purchasing her. She was so much fun to make. Like I said, this has been a long time. All the little bits and pieces that I have made to go in here, all of the papers and the beads and dangles and specimen cards and collecting the papers. So it's been a lot of fun and so satisfying to have a book now to hold all of these treasures in. I hope you all enjoyed her as much as I've enjoyed her and enjoyed making her, and thank you for watching.